Welcome.
Hi, I'm Kelly,
I'm April.
and we're from Project Find Your Fire, as you already know. And so we've been talking about a list of things based on our core three values of growth, relationships, and wellness. And we've developed this series that goes around our core values, and we're giving you tidbits as we go on. And as you're finding out, every video is a little bit different. So we're very happy that you're tuning in with us. Today, we're going to talk about beautiful states and
suffering states. And you really live in one or the other. You don't live really anywhere else. You are either in a suffering state or you're in a beautiful state. And let's just say, how do you know which one you're in? Well, if you're aware and you are kind of getting to know kind of your thoughts that we've talked about and the words that you use, they are really clear indicators of what state you are living in. If you are unsure, feel free to ask someone around you because they probably have an idea of what state you're in. So, I mean, in our household, it's kind of clear. It's clear if you're in a beautiful state and you're doing beautiful things and your words are happy and joyful and you just have a sparkle in your eye and you have a hopefulness and a joy about you. And if you're in suffering, you start to use the words that are negative and things like I can't and never, and you see this repeating over and over again in your thoughts and the words and the actions that you do. So you want to talk a little bit about that?
And really the key is self-awareness, because like April mentioned, those around us know instantly what kind of a state we're living in, a beautiful state or a suffering state. They can tell us right away. The trick is for us to recognize that in ourselves and being really aware of the emotions that we're feeling and what's causing those emotions. And then we can start to make a switch. There are very, very simple things, like instead of saying, I can't do this, change that wording to, I choose not to do this. Why don't you climb that tree? Well, I can't climb that tree. Well, in reality, you choose not to climb that tree, and it could be for a variety of reasons too.
Or you could say, I'll try climbing the tree. And you could put like a little bit of like curiosity and excitement in just trying something, you know?
Yeah,
I mean, if you want to climb a tree.
It's not the tree. Maybe it's the pile of laundry. Maybe it's the homework that you have to do. Maybe it's, whatever else, cleaning the house, cleaning the garage, doing something in the yard. Well, I can't do that now because XXXXX, whatever your reason is. But in reality, you're just choosing not to do that. So you're choosing to live in a not beautiful state. Maybe it's not quite suffering yet, but it's not a beautiful state either. So make a conscious choice. Be aware of where you're at, what your emotions are telling you, and make a conscious choice to live in a beautiful state.
Yes, I agree. Well, let's give them some examples though. Like today, I was working on something and I felt a little angst. I felt a little stressed. Felt a little pressure. And then all of a sudden I was like, hey, this is a fun project, but I'm feeling a little bit right now. And I could tell I was going to a different state. And then it was a simple shift. It was an awareness. And then I was like, snap out of it. You totally got this, girl. And then I totally got it.
Absolutely. And I look outside and the driveway needs plowed, but I have a billion other things to do too. Well, I can't plow the driveway right now, and in reality I choose not to plow the driveway right now, and I am fully aware of that choice. But instead of suffering for the fact that the driveway isn't clean, I'm being beautiful in the fact that I'm getting all of these other things, my top list priorities, done so that I can enjoy some other things. And later on, I'll have time later to plow the driveway. That's not a big deal, and I'm not going to suffer because of it.
Right. I just love that, the awareness that comes when you start to learn more about yourself. And we've talked about this. You can use the Spark Journal, which is a great way of being aware. But you can do other things like ask people around you kind of what they're observing. There are so many different tools that you can use to be aware. But once you're aware, then you have to identify, are you in a suffering state? Is it negative? Are you angry? Are you depressed? Are you anxious? That's a suffering state. Or are you living in this beautiful state? And once you start to recognize it, then you can do the next thing, which is make a choice to get out of a suffering state and to live in a very, very beautiful state.
And there's a very, very important hierarchy that's going on here, because if you are aware of your emotional state, that means that you are in control of your emotional state. If you're in control of your emotional state, that means you can change your emotional state whenever you want to.
Ooh, you know what I really love about this too? This is something else. Making decisions in a suffering state versus making decisions in a beautiful state.
That's very true. I was actually listening to Chris Voss is his name. He's an FBI, worked for the FBI with hostage negotiations. And he had done some research, and so there is solid research out there. But if the mind is in a positive, beautiful state, it is 32% more efficient. That means you have 32% more options, and you are 32% more likely to choose a good option. You are 32% smarter in a positive,
Yep.
beautiful state. So the research is out there. It's absolutely true.
Yes. And kind of the magic of this also, besides it's amazing to be aware, it's amazing to be in a beautiful state for your own self, the people around you really do notice a difference and want to be around you when you're in a beautiful state.
It's all about the frequency. And I'll talk more about that later, so stay tuned.
Thanks for joining us, Daytona. So what else can we say about beautiful states or
Just
suffering
stay in a
states?
beautiful state. I
Ooh.
think that's it.
If you smile, there's research too that says if you are depressed or you have anxiety and you have a hard time smiling or being happy or finding things to be happy about, if you don't recognize happiness as a state, if you smile in a mirror at yourself, smile, you actually engage muscles, and it does cause a chemical reaction, but you also smile, and when you look in a mirror, you have a visual sense also. And if you smile, it doesn't take long. It actually changes the chemistry in your brain. So you can rewire your brain just by smiling at yourself.
It's true. Giving a smile does part of that, but receiving a smile is part of that. So you don't always have to rely on other people to smile at you. If you're in a horrid environment, don't rely on those people. Just excuse yourself, go to the bathroom and smile big into the mirror for a couple of minutes, and it will change your state.
Or you can just watch us every day because we will smile at you every day.
Absolutely. Or visit us, whatever you want to do. We got this. So I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your evening, have a fantastic rest of your weekend.
And live in a beautiful state.
Absolutely. Live with love.
Live with passion. Till next time. Till next time. Oh, finish. I gotta hit the finish button.